We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Monarchs and the San Francisco 49ers.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Check 56. Coming to you, coming to you.
Sponge. No. Alert flare. Switch.
On 1st and 10, McGill buying time to his left. He'll run it. And right away, he lost the football. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the air.
Bang. Kill.
Ready.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Check 24. Be good.
Get it.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
152 fighter.
Back to throw. McGill. Got a man. That's Richie James. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Watch the safety creep. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, orbit. Go.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I want that.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Give me that ball, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGill. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Rip left.
Good.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking to throw. McGill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's second down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Blue draw Corker.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Check 4, check 4.
Protein spill.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, go.
From the gun, McGill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Topper!
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
I got him. Check. Cross.
General West.
Cross. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Score.
Check 99. Check 99. Showing it.
Ready.
On second down, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now.
You get Rodney.
Get it.
Back to throw. McGill. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Set. Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Back. Hey, stand off.
Watch the shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Five.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mike's 50. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
This is Breida on the draw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Carr. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. And let's get that 61. Matchbox White. Bam, bam. No. Look at me. Zipper. Snap.
McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And it's third down.
Let's go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Check 52. Check 3. Check 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. McGill. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Throwing on first down. McGill completes it to Aguilar. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
56. I got it. Check safety. Check safety.
Check. Check out. X3. 218. Chop it. Rush in.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Shit. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On first down, this is Adams. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready, set. Recon, 152 fighter.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey!
Check 24. Check.
Hey! High 7. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
54 is Mike. 54.
Go!
Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, one set. Check.
Go! Get it!
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But now it's 3rd and goal. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And a yard at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
25, check 25.
Rock it.
Jump.
Right up.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey.
Mark 56. Mark 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Share.
Hey, Gywu. Snap.
2nd and 6. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
56. Mike, 56.
On first down, McGill. Thomas has got it, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
60 or. Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill. Turn it. Slam. Hey, switch gears.
Leo.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here you go. 10 Lobo.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
You draw Porter.
Got four down. That's
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Fellas, they don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Rapid. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Watch QB draw.
Watch it go.
Operating from the gun, McGill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
You're out.
Try all the way back home, yo. Let's make these big.
Ready?
From the gun, McGill. And that's complete to Adams. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Number 1.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
Back to throw. McGill. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right there, 54.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Niners' 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, guys, come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Look at me. Door.
Watch twitch. Watch the
61. Matchbox. 5.
2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have once again taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Check three. Slam. Sponge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch the
Look, squeeze.
bang.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Yes.
Motion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
A gain of 5. And the London 1st down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Wait. 6-6. Pull it high.
Check 24. Check 43.
Say go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gator.
Check. Walk 54.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Don't let him breathe. Play on scheme. Don't let him breathe, defense. Hey, alert 3.
Greystone, travel.
Check Mike 54. Go.
Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Godot's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be taken very short.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Check, check. Lucky.
Back to throw. Carr. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Monday, down. 180. Hey, 734. Check 4.
One final try now for Carr. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL